All right, so we're back in the kitchen. I let this quail marinate a lot longer than originally.
I don't have an answer for that.
Thank you for coming to check us out today here at New York Eternix, and welcome back. My name is Kenny. For those of you who know, for those of you who remember, and for those of you who don't, welcome to the channel. This is New York Eternix, your source for everything quail and game bird related. Happy holidays, folks. Today is Christmas Eve. If you want to put a timestamp on it, it is Christmas Eve 2021. It is December 24th, 2021, and today I am back after many months, a whole summer plus. I am back with a recipe. Today we are going to be taking our quail. We have half dozen quail. We're going to be making quail in the air fryer today. So we have a pretty good recipe. Now I want to remind you, for those of you who are new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a like for the video, comment on what you want to see next, and I will be more than glad to make that for you. So today what we're doing, again, we are air frying quail. I have the air fryer here. We have our ingredients, we have our quail. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. All right, so one of the first things we're going to want to do is make sure that our quail are nice and clean and that we have all of the organs out. These are touted as jumbo quail. Looks like they're pretty cleaned out. I don't know about the jumbo part. I mean, I've raised tiny quail bigger than this, but whatever. All right, so like I mentioned, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your quail are clean and free of any feathers, completely thawed out, and ready to be seasoned. Going to run your fingers on the inside of them and make sure that the innards are completely out. Making special care that the lungs are gone. Keep in mind that they hang right up against the rib cage, so they are easy to miss. All right, and there we have our quail. I'm going to go ahead and get them seasoned up. All right, so the first thing we have is going to be the adobo. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle that on there. Don't be scared of the adobo. Salt. I have Himalayan pink salt for this recipe. Then I have garlic powder. I'm gonna put garlic powder in there. Little bit of white pepper because I am out of black pepper. Not too much. This stuff goes a long way. And we're going to go ahead and mix everything up. Once everything is mixed up, go ahead and add some more seasoning to it. It's all up to you how much seasoning you want to use. I hate when recipes do the oh, use 1 tablespoon of this, use 2 tablespoons of this. Yeah, whatever. You know how you like to feed your family, so you use your seasonings how you like to use them. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more white pepper. And I am going to get everything mixed up. Now again, in this recipe, I use Himalayan pink salt, adobo, garlic powder, a little bit of white pepper. And I'm also going to use a little bit of mustard. For the mustard, what you're gonna wanna do, make sure you have your mustard nice and shaken up so you don't get that runny stuff. Put a little bit in the palm of your hand like lotion. Grab one of the Quail. Actually, grab one of the Quail and rub that mustard right on in. Grab another one. Get a little bit more going. Rub it right on in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to. All right, now that we've got that part out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and clean this up. Got a nice deep bowl, you know, whatever you would use for cereal, type of bowl you would use to avoid spillage. We're gonna use that. We're gonna put about 1.5 to 2 cups of flour in here. We're gonna mix it with some of these seasonings. I'm gonna go ahead and put the seasonings in here first. We're gonna start with a little bit of the white pepper. I'm taking the sifter or the shaker, whatever you wanna call this lid piece off of it. Just gonna put a little bit of that in the bowl. Not too much. That's probably about a teaspoon. I'm gonna take some adobo. I'm just gonna shake that in there because that comes out pretty liberally. And no salt, but I'm gonna use the garlic powder. Open the scoop side, put that in there. That can also be used pretty liberally. And we are also going to use the Sazon. Whole package, and dump that right in there. This we're gonna mix with the flour, wherever that is. Look, I found it. Then I'll get a fork and I'll mix it up. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the Quail in the bag for about an hour to the side in the refrigerator. All right, now that we've got everything prepped out, we'll be back in about an hour to finish everything up. All right, we're back in the kitchen. I let the Quail marinate for a lot longer than I originally intended. It actually sat in the refrigerator overnight. So we're gonna go ahead and dredge the Quail in the egg and the flour mixture that we made and get it into the air fryer. All right, then we get our little Quailies. This one still has a neck, whatever, we'll keep it on there. And we're gonna dredge an egg. Get it completely covered. And once our Quail is covered, let it drip. Some of that egg come off of there. Gonna toss right here into the flour. So, I should have thought ahead and actually got a towel. I'm gonna rinse my hands off. Grab a towel from right here. And after we get them dredged and everything, we're gonna get them into the basket. So this guy here, we're gonna completely cover in the flour mixture. Make sure you got it nice and coated. And once you do, go ahead, pop them into the basket. And we go on to the rest of them, egg wash, and then going straight into the flour mixture. So Quail are pretty small, as we all know. You can fit 2 of them into the bowl, depending on the size of the bowl. This bowl is kind of small, but whatever. I'm using it 2 at a time just to save a little bit of time. And keep in mind, you can use quail eggs for this if you have quail eggs. They'll work just as good as chicken eggs, if not better. Now, this isn't the first time I've fried quail on this channel. Be sure to check out the other videos. Also, leave a like for this video and subscribe to the channel. Show some love in the comment section as well. Let me know what you'd like to see next, aside from me cleaning up this kitchen, because I know it's a mess. And again, after we have it completely covered, we'll plop it down in the air fryer. Get the egg run off of this one. Back into the flour mixture. You get the point, people. So we're just dredging and then dredging. We could double dredge if we wanted to, but I don't feel like making that big of a mess right now. And yeah. And remember, you don't have to season the flour if you don't want to. It's just something that I like to do for extra flavor. I definitely suggest it though. Alright. Let's send that run off. This one nice and coated, ready for the flour. And again, we're just dredging an egg, which could be chicken egg, duck egg, or quail egg if you have quail. If you raise the quail at home, you have the endless supply, of course. Do as you will. All right. And we're gonna get the last one. And again, you want a nice crispy coating on this quail or chicken or whatever you happen to be doing in the air fryer. You want to make sure that you get an even coating on here of the flour. Now, we've got all of our quail. Flour up my hands a little bit because they're all eggy. All right, we've got our quail. I'm going to arrange them in here so they're not all on top of each other, because I will be coming back to flip these in a little while. All right, now some air fryers have a preheat feature, some don't. This one, I'm popping this stuff in here, hitting the power. It's going in at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. So there's a lot of different kind of air fryers. This happens to be one of the bucket types. This is the first air fryer that I've ever worked with. And as I'm to find out, some have, you know, different settings, of course. Now this one likes to work at 350 degrees for almost everything for whatever reason, and we just go with a different time. But this one, 350 degrees, the quail should be done, like I said, in about 20, maybe 25 minutes. We're gonna flip the quail halfway through at about 10 to 12 minutes. So now we're at the halfway mark. I'm gonna go ahead and get this quail flipped over. Did I just turn it off accidentally? I hope not. Either way. And it's hot, so be careful. Right, once you have all your quail, looks like I've started over. I accidentally hit the power button, so we'll put it in there for another 10 or 15 minutes, either way. Let it start up. I'll check on it before it's done. All right, and there we have it. We'll take our quail out. Whoa, that's hot. This came out looking wonderful. So far, I used a little bit too much flour, it seems, but that's okay. Whoa, especially right there. All right, and there we have it, air fried quail. I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, we're gonna let this cool down for about 2 or 3 minutes, then we're gonna give it a taste. And again, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I want you to go ahead and do that by clicking on the subscribe button below. Also, leave a like for the video and show some love in the comment section. Let me know what you'd like to see next on the channel. Let's see what this tastes like. Oh my God, that is delicious. And it's still hot too. I'm gonna let it cool down for 2 minutes. Maybe let it cool down a little bit more, 5, 6 minutes. This is really hot, but recipe works out really good. Again, let me know what you'd like to see next on the channel. And it's most likely that I'd get that done as long as it's within reason. So, and also, I'm not limited to only cooking quail. One of the next videos you're gonna see on here is a alligator recipe, excuse me. So we're gonna get that going, and yeah, air fried quail. All right, and I'd like to say once again, thanks for coming to check us out here today at New York Eternix. It means the world. I know it's been a while, but of course we are here back doing more recipes. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. Also, please leave a like for the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We'll be back with a lot more videos like I just mentioned for the sake of redundancy. So again, thank you for coming to check us out here today at New York Eternix. I hope to see you again soon.